I wish that this program was available to more people. I think that this is something that so many people would benefit from. When I've talked about this program to other people, invariably they say that sounds like something I would want to do, to enroll into, and I think that that would help me. And I think that the world at large needs to know about this program so that it can reach more people.
I'm Glenn Herbert, and I'm an editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private schools to gain insights into their programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administrators. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
So I think one of the things that is most important about the school is how tailored it is to the individual. So the program, there is a program, and there are exercises that the students do every day to improve and change areas of their brain. No two students' programs are identical. It is tailored to them. So they are working on an exercise that is at their skill ceiling. If they're not ready to push beyond it yet, they're being challenged at the level that they're at. So it really is just how flexible and adaptive and tailored the program is to each individual student to help them with their specific challenges. So it is a wonderful community, the school. The teachers are fantastic. They're compassionate, they're patient, they are exceptional. And it is a school where all of the students that attend this school know what it's like to have struggled or to be challenged when you're working on something in a typical school. So with that experience of having those challenges and coming to this school, they know that, and there is much less conflict or bullying in terms of, hey, you don't learn the same way I do, and that kind of conflict that you might see in another school. Those are largely missing from this school, and that makes it a very, very special place. Yeah, well, it's just a very special place to me. Personally, I have quite a special relationship with it, and yeah, to come to the school is not something that's an easy decision. It's a big commitment. It's a big commitment for the student that is choosing to do it. It's a big commitment for the parents. So I think that kind of lends a bit of gravity to making the choice to come to the school. But when you do make that choice, the work that the student puts in and what they will get out of it, if they are putting in that work and pushing through those struggles, they will find that the challenges of life are not as challenging as they were when they first walked in the door. Flexible, caring, and welcoming. It's just a person you would want to meet, to hang around with, to be with. So that's an interesting question, because when I walked through the doors, as I said before, I was kind of in a fog. And I think as I worked at the school, as that fog lifted away, that let me see more of what was there. I wasn't as engaged with my life, and it was more of a my parents were giving me the push to enroll and to go. But it was also a bit of a second chance for me in that I had not done well at university. And so this was an opportunity for me to kind of redeem myself and put myself back in my own eyes as and show myself that, hey, I can do something. And that was part of that. In my class with other young adults and adults, we all had a common understanding of what school had been like for us, and it was a really, I think, unique class because of who was in this class. So there were lots of conversations about, you know, way back in grade 2, here was this formative moment where this teacher said this or, you know, did this, and that made me think that I wasn't able to do math, for example. And then someone else would echo, oh my gosh, that's exactly the same thing that happened to me. You know, I never thought I could do English. Or, you know, these sorts of common experiences were all throughout this class. And it really brought us together as a group. And we were just unified in knowing what our past experiences were. And there was a lot of healing that came from that. Like we were hurt by what our experiences had been in the past, and this was sort of a thing to help us come to terms with some of those pieces. Understand that, I think they wanted us to understand that it was okay to struggle. It was okay to, you know, find something difficult, but they were putting things that were achievable in front of us. And I think a lot of that was helping us find our confidence again. And I think a lot of people who walk through the door of Arrowsmith have had their confidence shaken or shattered in some way, and they need that rebuilding to help them find that piece of confidence again, that I can do something and then work from there. Another idea would be goal setting, like how to set a goal for yourself to say, you know, I'm going to wake up today and I have a big thing to do. I have a big project to do. How am I going to tackle that? Am I going to say to myself, oh my goodness, I have to clean the whole garage? Or am I going to say, okay, I have to clean this section of the garage, and then I have to organize this the next day, and then eventually the project will be done. So it was teaching how to have achievable results and set goals for yourself. I think those are two of the big things that were sort of implicitly taught and would probably not be in a brochure. So I didn't know what this was going to be like. It was such a strange concept to hear about neuroplasticity. This was something I'd never heard of in school. The idea that you could go somewhere and do some exercises and that would fundamentally change your brain and allow you to do things that you might have not been capable of before. This was so foreign and such a strange idea. And so to then go through that and live that and experience that, it was strange and wonderful. And at the end, it really was what you put into the program. So perhaps you're coming into it and you're not a very hard worker, or, you know, teachers before have earmarked you as someone who's lazy or who doesn't work hard, and that is perhaps not defining you, because there are things in your way, there are barriers in your way that are stopping you from doing those things. And so working on various exercises here would remove those barriers and allow you to show your full potential. 100%. I would not be would not be here. I would not have the opportunities that I have had it not been for Arrowsmith. I would not have been able to go back to school and find the success that I did, to have gone through a college program, a diploma program, a degree program, go to teachers college, and be able to be a teacher. It would not have been possible. And I think it also informs my teaching, that I've come from this place of understanding where I know what it's like to be in the position the students are in. I can say to them, they're working on this exercise, and they go, oh, well, when you were working on this exercise, how did you, and I can speak specifically to how much of a struggle I know it is, and then encourage them and tell them that, I know you can do this, you can work through the toughness of it and find success in it. This is a big wish. I wish that this program was available to more people. I think that this is something that so many people would benefit from. When I've talked about this program to other people, invariably they say, that sounds like something I would want to do, to enroll into, and I think that would help me. And I think that the world at large needs to know about this program so that it can reach more people, it can help and benefit more people. So that's what I would say to that question. So coming in with an open mind is a good place to start. I think a lot of people who would be attending the school perhaps think of school in a negative light, or they've struggled in the past and they wouldn't want to go to a school, or perhaps they are quite comfortable in their school they've been at for several grades. Maybe they're leaving in grade 6 and they've been at this school for 6 years and they don't want to leave their friends behind or things like that and go to this strange new school. But I think that the goal of attending the school is not to stay forever. It's to come to the school to work on the things that will help you down the road, and then to have you go back and rejoin the school that you perhaps left at a certain grade. So it's always to have you come in the door and then go out the door a different person who is able to tackle the challenges that life will throw at you. So if you are struggling in school, if you have a situation where your teachers have said, this is a bright young person, and we're not really sure why they're not finding success. If there's ever something like a description like that, where someone is not really sure why this person who should be succeeding is not, that would likely mean there is some sort of barrier and perhaps a learning difficulty. So if those sorts of things are coming from the school, it is possibly a good fit to come in and look at Arrowsmith as a potential place to go. It's a wonderful place to connect with other people who have had a similar experience as you might have if you have been struggling in your school career, be that a older school career or a younger school career. And you are going to get in, or you're going to get out what you put into the school. So if you are working hard and trying your best every day, you're going to see improvements. And those improvements are not going to be sweeping. They're not going to be some giant change from Monday to Tuesday. They will be incremental. It would be something that slowly happens over a long time, similar to growing taller. You won't notice it's happening, but it is happening. And then when you look at the measurement on the wall, you say, oh, look, I'm so much taller than I was before. and you'll notice that you can do things that perhaps you couldn't before. There is a fantastic connection for parents at this school. So there are programs where parents are, even during this time, there are opportunities to connect online for parents to chat, to have coffee and connects, so they can talk about the experience that they are having. Because as much as this is about a student attending the program, there is also an element of a parent experience that goes along with it. And often parents have been these champions for their children. They've had to kind of fight their battles for them and say, they need these accommodations, or they need this, or they need that. And now, as the child starts to see these improvements, the relationship will change, and the parent will need to figure that out. And so talking with other parents about what they're seeing, what shifts are happening, and how best to continue to support this student is very important. So there's a rich parent community there at the school as well. And so that goes along with the student attending. The parents are very much part of the experience too. That this is not going to be an easy experience, but it's something that they can do. They can do it. They are going to be able to do it if they're putting their foot forward and they're trying their best each day. That's going to be the right attitude to help them succeed, and they're going to learn how to walk again, or go again. Their life may be on hold in some way, and they might not even realize it.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.